In today's video, we're taking a look at the good and the beautiful Math 6. Hey guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I make videos to help you on your homeschooling journey. And today we're taking a look into the good and the beautiful's Math 6. Math 6 comes with 2 books. My son did not like that when he saw that it had 2 books. It comes with book 1 and book 2. It has a scratch pad, which I love. They just have the scratch pad. You can get it for any age group, any grade level, but it's for them to show their work in. To stop using my printer paper. And then they have the answer key, so I don't have to actually figure out if they did it right. I just look up the answer. So let's go inside the course book now. All right, so here's Math 6, course book 1. They're gonna be learning about a lot. I'm just gonna skip around. So in book 1, you have fractions, decimals, negative fractions and decimals, division of multi-digit numbers, perimeter and area of irregular figures. You have conversions between fractions, decimals, and percents. You have coordinate planes, you have integers, evaluating expressions, you have a little bit of geometry in here. You have solving equations with addition and subtraction, the distributive properties, so a little bit of pre-algebra. And then in book 2, they have squared roots, cubed variables, finding tax, percent discounts, simple and compound interest. You have conversions of mass, weight, length, and capacity, probability. There seems to have some games in here. You have probability experiments, graphing, ratios, proportions, histograms, unit rates, scale drawings, word problem strategies, box plots, scientific notation, and introduction to calculator, which I did get him a calculator. So now we're just gonna look inside. Let's look at a sample lesson. All right, lesson 17. So the first thing, they're gonna watch the video lesson by scanning here. And I just got my son an iPad for that, so we're gonna see what it looks like on the iPad. So it goes straight to the Good and the Beautiful website, Math 6. And then you pick Unit 1, lesson, we're gonna go to lesson 17.
Hello, please accept my sincerest welcome to our royal lesson. I am Her Highness, Queen Cachet. In today's lesson, we will be speaking of royal powers. Powers of 10, that is, not myself. We shall also speak of castles as we learn how to royally divide decimal numbers. Okay, you know I'm not really a queen, but today's lesson will...
So she'll do the little
castles.
She always...
Decimal numbers. Let's start with some of the easiest. Dividing by powers of 10. Dividing by a power of 10 moves the decimal point to the left.
So after doing the little lesson, they'll have
there aren't 5 numbers to the left of the decimal point. So we have to write a place.
After doing the little lesson, she also adds different architecture. You can see she's actually teaching them about castles. Keeps it interesting for them.
Soldiers would defend the castles from enemies. Castles were often crowded places, but everyone had a role to play. One room in particular that needed a lot of workers was the kitchen. Kitchens in castles were huge. They were on the ground floor and were sometimes a separate structure. Suppose a castle kitchen worker was portioning flour to make pastries.
And they always include ways to use the math. So that was kind of like a story, and it's kind of like a word problem, which the Good and the Beautiful introduces word problems all the time. And then after the lesson, there's a warm-up, and where they pause the video, and then they have to do this, then the video unpauses, and then they'll see if they've done it right or not. All right, and then they have a mental math checkup, which I am so happy that this is inside the course book, because in level 5 they had a separate book and we totally forgot to do it every single time. Well, most of the time. All right, so now you have the mini lessons. So if the child doesn't learn well from videos, you have the lesson repeated here, or if the parent doesn't want to watch the whole video, they can just review the lesson here. And then they have their practice page, which is here and here. And see the theme is still castles. And then they have a review from previous lessons. This is a review from lesson 2, lesson 6, lesson 13, lesson 14. It gives them which lesson. In case they forget how to do it, they can go back to that lesson. And then that's it. That's an entire lesson. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are looking for curriculum options, I have an entire playlist dedicated to curriculum reviews. I have science, Bible, language arts, history, math, and then I have another playlist with just goodies and games and funs and things like that. So I'm gonna leave those on the side so that you can check those out right here. And I hope you guys find what you're looking for. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.